Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 26th through August 1st. And during that time, we first have a waxing gibbous moon, and that is a really good time. We've just started on things that projects and inner work, outer work that we've started during the new moon. And it's a good time now to just stop for a second, kind of assess things and see if there's a place where we need to make adjustments and be flexible enough to do so. We then have the full moon energy that comes in on the 30th, and that's a time of heightened emotions. You might feel a little prone to being anxious or irritable or have changes in your sleeping patterns. But never fear, it's a time for us to practice patience and calm. So even if if have those heightened emotions, just remember that that's a little gift every month that we all get to practice those things. After that, for the rest of the week, it's the waning gibbous energy. And of course, that's much calmer. Good time for us to be a little more self reflective and also to get rid of bad habits, negative thinking, and buckle down and get back to work. So please keep those moon energies in mind, Pisces, as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter. So as always, Pisces, please take what resonates. Sorry, I had a little, like I had a little ant on me or something. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this particular reading is to be bold and make the first move. All right, let's see what the Pisces Collective has going on as I continue to look for. I was outside a few minutes ago. Maybe there's an ant on me. I thought I felt something. Somebody's on me. Anyway, as I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you this week is that you try to get some time out in nature. So whether for you that's lounging in the pool on a float, that's beautiful, or in the ocean or a lake if you're close to a nice, good, healthy body of water. We're all jealous of you. But get out and maybe enjoy that water. We're in the heat of the summer. Enjoy, maybe take a hike somewhere or stop somewhere and just feed some birds. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'm a bird feeder in my own backyard in the summer anyway. And sometimes I should find, we've had a couple of ducks fly in, and they're eating seed, but I love watching ducks swim, and there's a lake nearby. I could maybe go feed some ducks, and that's a good, fun activity. It's just get out and enjoy nature. Maybe night watching too, some stars. We've got this full moon coming up, so get yourself out at night under the night sky. Get your telescope out if you have one, but just get yourself out into nature and just relax and really connect and enjoy with nature. So that is my fun weekly reminder, Pisces. All right, I will stop babbling. Let's get into this reading. July 26th through August 1st. Be bold and make the first move. Your present energy, Wheel of Fortune. And I just, be bold and make the first move and make the first bet, right? Wheel of Fortune is about things that change on a dime. And if there's something that you do need to make a move on, and this could be anything, this could be personal work that you're working on for yourself, it could be something relationship related, job related, family related, whatever. Be bold, make the first move. This is a card of evolvement. It's a card that tells us that life is this way today, but it could change on a dime tomorrow, and it's this way. And that's okay. That's fine. If you need for that life to do that, then make the first move and make the first change, right? Your current situation is the Three of Swords. So it could be that you need to make this kind of change because there's something that's just not working out. Maybe it's something that you had your eye on for the future, a job or something like that, and it's not the thing. Could really be anything. There's just something that is it's kind of a disappointment even though there's a heart on this card, this is air energy. So these are like thoughts that are, it's just breaking your heart, honestly, to know that this is how it ended up. So whatever that might be for you, just remember you're going to make the first move, and if things change, life changes. Even you might feel this today, but you may not feel it tomorrow, right? At the root of your situation is the High Priestess. So, the High Priestess comes in as a card of mystery, and this is using our intuition. This is about listening to our dreams. This is about following kind of the synchronicities and signs that the universe plants out there. The high priestess has no issue doing any of those things. Um, so pay attention to those type of things. Pay attention to those intuitions that are coming in for you and dreams and just gut feelings. Like sometimes you just know this is it. I got to go do this thing, or this is the way this needs to be. So really trust in that a little bit more than usual this week. In your recent past, here is the Two of Wands. So you've been thinking about the future. And again, maybe you had some sort of expectation here and it's just not going to work out. It's not going to be what you thought it was, and you're kind of just washing your hands of it and moving on. You're going to make some first move, maybe in another direction. What is on your mind this week is the Hermit card. So, you're we've got this high priestess here about using your intuition, really going in to listen to those things, and the Hermit is really a great way to find those intuitive messages that are in there, because you just need to kind of lock the rest of the world out, um, and be a hermit for a little bit. And I feel like you guys have actually been doing this anyway. So and it doesn't mean you have to just totally close yourself off all week, but at least find those hermiting times. And this could be, again, why you get out into nature this week. Maybe if you just find the time to get out and be outside for a little bit just by yourself. Take a hike by yourself. Feed those birds by yourself. That's some hermiting time where you can just let yourself think quietly, and let those thoughts come up, those intuitive things come up as well, especially if there's some first move that you really need to make, and you're kind of questing for, what is that first move? What is just ahead of you this week is the Empress. So this is a big question, because whatever it is you are questioning, it's something that's for the long term. So this to me could be adding a family member. This could be a card of pregnancy. Sometimes this is a card of, moving house. It's making the commitment to, we're going to go live in this place now for the next 10 years. It's not a commitment or a decision that you make that's light. It's something that's really for the long term, but it's creative and it's fun, and it's something the Empress would totally enter into long term. So, this could be I don't know, again, about building a family. A lot of times she has the card of pregnancy, but it could be about buying a home. It could be about, making some decision about your education. Could be a decision about your retirement. It's something that's like a long-term plan that you're really thinking about, and you're very focused on it and trying to make the right decision here, obviously. In your advice position, lots of choices, so make the right choices for exactly what you want. And sometimes just narrowing down what it is that you do want is part of the issue. Um, that's hard. That's hard too. It just feels like when we all have so many decisions to make every day, to make a big decision like this, it's like you do need to kind of clear the calendar to make some time for yourself and just think, what do I really want? Whether it's just you and your partner, whatever, just get quiet and say, what is it that we want? What is our dream? What does our dream world look like? And go make it, go create that. What is beyond your control this week? A little bit of self-satisfaction and feeling pretty good about things, with this Nine of Cups here. So that's good. I like that. I feel like this is maybe when you maybe do get to a decision point, or you get to the place where you know what this move is going to be. Like you've thought about it and you're kind of like, yeah, that's it. That's a good feeling, right? What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving and about taking. Um, so this is a lot, because there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to this, but you need to ask yourself, is it your secret desire to be giving or to be in take mode? Or are you trying to avoid being giving or being in take mode? That's a lot of questions. And again, there's no right or wrong. This is what you ask yourself, and then act accordingly, but at least understand your answer. So, are you going to be in giving, taking mode, or are you trying to avoid either of those at all costs? In your outcome position is the Knight of Pentacles. you know, and I feel like that is action on the material front. Wheel of Fortune, action going on. Yeah, is this a long-term decision, again, about a house, about a car, about an investment, about something? But you're going to be bold and make the first move, and I feel like you're going to make that first move in a material manner. This could be financial. So, Keep an eye on that. Let's see what's hidden from you here, Pisces. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. So you're not really super in control of your emotions this week, or not really aware of them. And this could be that there's some sort of logic dictating. Again, it also could be that your intuitiveness is dictating it, and the Hermit. So those things are kind of going together where you're doing a search, and maybe something does seem logical. It doesn't seem emotional. It's like this is the next logical step. So keep that in mind. Let's get you a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message as Pisces makes this first move, whatever this is. And maybe it's just the first move to, I don't know, whatever the step might be. Tarot's an energy, so these energies contemplate over so many different situations. So I know I've been using, maybe real estate as one of them. That maybe if you move house, you've been thinking about it in the future, you had a situation where you thought it was going to work out. It's not. The Wheel of Fortune is about things changing on a dime. You've got some intuitive things going on that are leading you in a particular direction, lots of choices to make. And I think after that, maybe like when you even just get to the end of those choices, you're feeling pretty satisfied. It is something that's long term. There's some give and take questions in here, and maybe your first step and making that first move is, to put some money down somewhere, put some money somewhere, to make an investment somewhere that makes this thing happen. So that's my little rundown. And also not super emotional about it. It's almost like very logical. All right, let's get you a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Says to correct your mistakes. So, this is about looking back to see where you've been. We talked about that with the moon energy, that, with that waning gibbous, it is about self-reflection and kind of correcting mistakes and getting rid of bad habits, negative thinking, that sort of thing. So correct your own mistakes. You've probably made them. We all have. When it comes to whatever particular topic appears to be in the front of your mind for this reading. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Pisces this week. And the card that you get is called Elevate, and it has the word self-worth on it. You get what you believe you deserve. It's time to raise your standards. I love that. I really do. So whatever this might be, and I mean, again, like if this is about real estate, maybe you're thinking small and you do need to think a little bit bigger. What is it that you really want? And is there a way to go for it? Is there some investment you can do to get you there? So anyway, Pisces, however this resonates for you, if you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment. Had to grab a drink there. Also, speak up. Anytime I get a little choked up during a reading like this, it makes me think that there's something. It's saying be bold and make the first move, but make sure you're also just speaking up, speaking your mind, about what it is that you want. Anyway, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below. Let me know what resonated, or if you have questions about anything, I'd be happy to answer those for you. Also, if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is so nice of you. I really do appreciate you doing it. I notice many of you coming back again and again for these readings, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for being here, and come back next week and let's see where your story goes. So thanks, Pisces. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye-bye.